Welcome back. This is Smart Learning Point, where we teach you to have amazing experience. Okay, from our last lesson, we look at how to actually draw shapes. We look at how to resize them. We look at how to rotate them, how to add shape fill, shape outline, and shape effect to them. Now we are actually going to, if you have not watched this video, I encourage you to go and watch it before you dive into this one that I'm showing you now. So we will be looking at how to actually draw regular shapes. We're looking at how to draw a circle, how to draw a square, how to draw an equilateral triangle, how to draw regular polygon. It could be any regular polygon like hexagon, heptagon. Okay, we'll also look at how to draw regular line. Okay, it's going to be an amazing experience. I'm going to show you different options of how to actually draw these shapes. So feel free as we explore this together. So if you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. So we love you here. So let's dive into this tutorial. So to start on a blank slate, so this is where we actually end our last class. So let me just create a new slide so that I can do everything from a new slide. So go to new slide and click on blank. Okay, so we can draw our shape from the home tab or from the insert tab. Okay, so from the home tab, so let me come to this more button right here. So I'm going to draw a square. Anytime you're going to draw a square, you can use rectangle to draw that square. Okay, so you can use rectangle. It could be the normal rectangle, which is this first rectangle, or the rounded rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this using these two. So let me start from the first one, rectangle. Click on it. To draw a square, all you need to do is to, so I'll show you different methods to do this. Okay, so if you need to draw a square, like a small square, okay, you can just left click directly. Okay, so left click directly. You can see this will create a square for you. So after you select the square, then you just left click directly. Okay, and a square will be drawn to you this way. Okay, so if you want to know whether it's a square you have drawn, so make sure the shape format is showing up. If shape format is not showing up, left click on the shape and ensure shape format is showing up, then come to this that you're seeing here. So this is called the shape height and this is called the shape width. Make sure it's of the same length. Okay, length and breadth should be the same. If it's the same, it simply means that is a square. If it's not the same, it means you have drawn a rectangle. Okay, so let me demonstrate this again. So to delete this, press your backspace on the keyboard to delete it. Okay, great. So let me come to more button again. So I want to use rounded rectangle this time around. Click on rounded rectangle. Then if I want to draw a small rounded rectangle, I can just left click directly. Okay, so this is method 1. Just left click directly and you are able to draw your rounded rectangle, and from there you can adjust the yellow dot by clicking and dragging it. So if you drag it, it's turned into a circle. If you drag it out, it's turned into a rectangle. Okay, so let's just make it round a little bit. Make it round a little bit. Okay, so that is how to draw your rectangle, and you can deselect. Okay, so let me delete the rectangle, and sorry, that's how to draw a square. Let me delete this square right now, and I want to show you another method to draw your square. Okay, to draw your square, remember again, you are to select a rectangle. Okay, click on the more button, select your rectangle. Then this time around, you will hold the shift key down. Hold the shift key down, then left click on your canvas and drag. You can see when I left click, immediately it shows a little preview of what I want to draw. Then as I move the mouse, I've not let go of the left click, just moving the mouse, then you can see I'm drawing a square. I'm drawing a square. I'm drawing a square. Okay. So if you notice now, I'm drawing the square from the top. From the top left. It's happening from the top left, because that is where I started drawing from. Top left. Okay. Top left. Okay. So take note of that. So let go. If you need to let go, always let go of the left click first before the shift. If you let go of the shift mistakenly, it's going to convert this square to a rectangle. So let me demonstrate that. Let me let go of the shift only first, so you can see what I'm talking about. When you let go of the shift, you can see you turn it to a rectangle. Let me hold down the shift back. You can see I'm still holding down my left click. So if I let go of the shift, it turns to a rectangle. When I hold the shift back, I turn it back to a square. So the one you should let go first, if you are okay with your square, let go of the left click first, like this, before the shift. That way you are drawing a square. That's amazing. Okay, great. Okay, so there's something I also want to let you know. After drawing your square, if you need to resize your square, don't resize from the side, like resizing from the right like this, resizing from the left, resizing from the top like this. That's the top side. Resizing from the bottom side. Don't do that, because if you do that, you will be converting it to a rectangle. So let me demonstrate that so you can see it. Left click here. Immediately you left click it to look as if the shape actually disappear. So now drag. Immediately you start dragging, it will show up back. You can see. Can you see it? Press Ctrl Z now. So the right place to actually resize your square from is the corner. So it could be the bottom right, top left, bottom left. Okay, so let me demonstrate this. If you need to resize from here now, all you need to do, you need to hold one key on the keyboard. That will do that trick. Okay, so hold down the shift key on the keyboard. Without this shift key, there is no way you can resize this shape as a square. So if you just left click without holding down the, okay, let me do this first. Let me left click on the shape and start dragging. As I'm dragging now, it's actually turning it to a rectangle. But when I hold down the shift key, you can see when I hold down the shift key, it turns it back to a square. Okay, I'm still holding down the left click though. Okay, so if I want to resize, remember to resize, you do it from the corner, you hold down the shift and your left click and you drag. Okay, so let me demonstrate this again. And then again, when you want to let go of your left click first before the shift. Okay, so let me demonstrate this again. Hover your mouse at any corner at all. So maybe from here, hover your mouse here, hold down your shift key and drag down. Okay, so that is how to actually resize your square. Okay, so you can also use this technique to resize maybe your circle, your equilateral triangle. Okay, you get the idea, or any regular shape at all. You can use this strategy. Okay, so but I want you to remember, don't ever resize from the side. Don't resize your shape. That means maybe if you have any regular shape at all, don't resize it from the side. Resize it from the corner. If you still want it to remain regular, to remain equal, don't resize from the side. Resize from the corner. Okay, you get that? Okay, that's amazing. After drawing a shape, you can do cool things like adding the shape style. Maybe you click on more buttons here, you can select any of them. Okay, those are predefined shape styles, or you can use your own shape fill like this. And you can use your own shape outline. Okay, so maybe you want an outline like a border to it. You can even come to shape outline and go to weight and increase the weight. You can see that. Or you can even go back to shape outline and even make it sketch. You see that? That's cool. You can even go to shape outline and create some dashes on it. You can see that. Okay, just showing you the amazing things you can do to design some nice shape for yourself. Okay, so if you need to move the shape to another position, just left click on it and drag it up. If you need to rotate the shape, just click on the rotation handle, left click on it and drag it around. Okay, so okay, that is cool. Okay, so in our last lesson I actually talk more on how to rotate shape. Okay, so I'll prefer you watch that. So Ctrl Z to undo this. Okay, so this is how to draw a square. So this square that we draw, it actually started from, if you notice it, when we start to draw, it started from the top left. Okay, so we just left click and drag down like this. Okay, so let me quickly demonstrate that to you so you can see it one more time. So while on the home tab, you can click here, more button, then let me select rounded rectangle this time around, rounded rectangle, left click, then hold down your shift. Remember, shift is the only thing that will turn this rectangle to a square. So rounded square, you need to hold down the shift. Now you can see when we are drawing this, it's starting from the top. Okay, if we want it to start, okay, it's starting from the top. I'm just demonstrating. It's starting from the top down. Okay, so let me undo this, Ctrl Z, and select rounded rectangle back. Okay, so this is it here. So this time around, I want to hold one extra key with the shift on the keyboard so that it can drag from the center, not from the corner. Okay, so this time around, I'm going to use Control Shift. Okay, hold down Control, hold down Shift, then left click and drag. You should notice that it's now happening. It's drawing from the center now outward. It's starting from the center outward. Okay, anytime you hold Control with Shift and with your left click, it's going to actually draw that particular shape from the center outward. You see that? Then let go of the left click first before the Control and the Shift. Okay, because if you let go of the Control and the Shift first, it's going to turn it to a rectangle. Okay, let go of the left click first before the Control and Shift. Okay, so this is how to draw a rounded rectangle. And if you need to actually resize this again, maybe you want it to be resized from the center again. If you want it to be resized from the center, hold down the Control and Shift again and make sure you position your mouse at the corner, not side. If you do it on the side, it's going to turn it to a rectangle. Make sure it's on the corner. Put your mouse on the corner, left click and drag it like this. You can see it's resizing towards the corner and towards the center. You see that? You can see that. Okay, so let us make this what we want. Then you are going to let go of the left click first before the Control and Shift. Okay, this is amazing. Now we've drawn another shape, so which is a rounded rectangle. This is amazing. Can left click on it and drag it to another position. Okay, so now let's draw a circle. So to draw a circle, okay, so something I want to show you. After you draw a shape and the shape is selected, you're going to see this border here called shape format. This shape format guy, we can also draw our shape from there. So we can draw shape from home tab, insert tab, and also shape format. But shape format is a guide that normally shows up whenever we select something. So it means if you don't select your shape, shape format will not show up. So let me intentionally deselect this shape that I've selected. You can see shape format is not showing up. But when I click on it back, shape format is showing up. Okay, so we can draw shape from here. Just come to insert shapes group here. You can see shapes right here. So click on this more button. Then from there, we can also see from the basic shape section, this is over here. So to draw a circle, we need the oval shape. Okay, so click on oval shape. So It's the same technique that we use for drawing the square. That's the same technique we're going to use. You can use your shift. If you want your if you want your circle to start drawing from a side and to start drawing from a corner, hold down the shift and left click and drag. So if you left click and drag, so you can see now it's drawing from top right and it's coming to the bottom left. You can see that. So it started from the top right and coming. Okay, you can see that. Then immediately when I hold down control with it, it's going to turn it to drawing from the center. Okay, so you can see it's drawing from the center outward. It's drawing from the center outward. You see that? It's drawing from the center outward. Okay, so if I'm okay with the circle I've drawn, you can let go of the left click first before the control and shift. So I want you to take this right now. So the shift key will help you to actually draw your circle from a corner, and the control shift will help you to draw from the center. So it means if you are drawing from the center, it's going to affect all the four sides, all the four corners. You get the idea? Okay, great. So let's go of the left click first before the control and the shift. Okay, great. So left click on your shape and move it if you need to. Then you can also do this, like change the shape style. You can select anyone, and then you can come to shape effects. You can add shadow to it if you like. Okay, or you can even go to shape effects and add a preset to it like this. You can see some shining effect to this shape right now. Okay, so let's drag it here. So if you also want to resize your circle, the same idea we apply for square, you can apply it. Make sure you do it from the corner, not from the side. From the corner, you can hold down your shift, or you can hold down control and shift together. So if you hold down control and shift, you are going to be resizing from the center. Okay, you can see that from the center. So okay, so you can see it. Okay, so great. That's amazing. So let's move this to this side. You can even overlap it like this. You see that? That's amazing. Okay, so let's deselect now. So we want to draw another shape. We've drawn rectangle, rounded rectangle, a circle. So remember, to draw a square, we use rectangle. To draw a circle, we use oval shape. Now we're going to draw an equilateral triangle. To draw an equilateral triangle, we are going to use isosceles triangle. So click on this more button if you're on the home tab. Then from here, select your isosceles triangle. The same strategy we've been using so far. You can hold down your shift, or you hold down shift and control together. Okay, so let me hold down control and shift, then left click on the canvas and drag. You can see it draw from the center. Okay, cool. So let's go of the left click first before the control and the shift. Okay, you see that? So this is an equilateral triangle. It means all the three sides are the same. So but if you don't hold down the shift key, the shift key is what does the trick of making the sides to be equal. The shift key is what does that trick. Okay, then the control that we hold down with it is actually what helps us to drag from the center point. Okay, so this is amazing. You're doing a fantastic job. So we can come to shape effects. Then something I want to show you, you can come to reflection. Maybe you want it to have some cool reflection like this. You can actually select it. You can see. So reflection showing right here. Can also come to shape effect. Maybe you want it to have some shadow. You can add shadow to it if you want. Okay, just showing you some cool things. This outer shadow and this one is inner. Inner means the shadow is going to be inside the shape. Okay, then we have perspective. That means it's creating some perspective shadow. Okay, so This is amazing. Then we can add a shape fill to it. If we want it to be this color, we can remove the shape outline. Okay, so this is amazing. This is cool. So this is how to actually draw an equilateral triangle. Then if you need to resize this equilateral triangle, the same strategy. Hover your mouse at the corner. Make sure don't do it from the side. If you do it from the side, you're going to turn it to a scalene triangle or turn it to isosceles triangle. But that is not what we want to do. We want it to still retain to be an equilateral triangle. And to do that, you do it from the corner. And you hold down your shift, or you hold down shift and control. Okay. If I hold down shift and control, then left click on the corner and drag down. Okay, you can see, so I've been able to resize that. Okay, I can move this to this side. So this is amazing. Deselect. Okay, so the selection means you just left click on your canvas empty area. That way you deselect your shape that is selected. Okay, so you can come to this arrow again. So let's look at how to actually use it to draw any polygon. So it's the same strategy we are using. If you're going to draw this pentagon now, so if you are drawing a regular pentagon, we just left click and draw directly. But if we want the pentagon to have sides that are the same, then we need to hold the shift key. So the shift key will help us to make the sides to be the same. And if we hold down control with it, it means we are drawing our polygon from the center. Okay, so let's hold down shift and control, then left click on your canvas and drag. You can see now, so it's drawing it from the center point. So let's go of the left click first before the control and the shift. So we've been able to draw our pentagon. Okay, that's amazing. Great. So let's deselect. Let's draw another shape. Come to more button. So we can also draw line. So let's demonstrate from the line side. Click on this line. Okay, so if you're going to draw a straight line, you left click, you hold down your shift. Okay, hold down your shift. If you want it to be a straight horizontal line, then you're going to move towards the right or left. So if I'm drawing this line towards the right hand side, so I have to move towards the right, you can see, while holding down the shift. If I try to move down, let's say I try to move down now, you can see trying to move down is not going. But when I let go of the shift key, if I try to move down, it's going to move along with me. Okay, I'm not holding down the shift like this, but when I hold down the shift, it's going to straighten it to be horizontal. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, now let go of the shift first. Then after letting go of the shift, then let me move this and let the line be close to vertical. And when I hold down the shift key, okay, it snap this to some angle. You can see this angle 45 degree. Now when I increase it to be very close to vertical, let me hold down the shift. You can see it makes it vertical. Okay, when I let go of the shift, you see, okay, hold down the shift and then make it vertical. So if I want to make it horizontal back, let go of the shift first and move it towards the horizontal side like this. Let it be close to the horizontal side, then hold down the shift key and then it will straighten it to become horizontal. So if this is what I want to draw, then let go of the left click first before the shift key. Okay, amazing. So after drawing your line, you can see there is nothing like shape fill for a line. The only thing we have is shape outline. So we can select an outline for it, or we can use our own shape outline. So click here, select your own color. Okay, so let me select this blue. Then I can come to shape outline again. You can increase the weight. Okay, let's see, this is 6 point, or let's use 4.5, which is 4 whole number 1/2. Then come to shape outline again. You can decide to increase the dashes. You can see, oh sorry, you can decide to choose any of the dashes. Or another thing you can also do to your shape is, and to your line is, you can add arrow to it. So you can come to arrow, you can see, can play with the arrows. You can see this arrow right here. Okay, so this arrow could be useful. Maybe you draw this arrow, then you want the arrow like this to be below this. You can drag it to this and bring this down like this. You see that? You can use it to create some nice things. Okay, to undo that, you can press Ctrl Z first time, Ctrl Z second time to undo it. If you need to delete any shape you have drawn, just press your backspace or delete key and that shape will go away. Okay, so I don't want to delete this now, so left click on it and move it up. Okay, so that's how to move your shape up. Okay, so this is amazing. Now let's look at how to draw a star. So we're drawing a regular star. Click on the more button, then under the stars right here, you can draw 5 points. You can draw any of the star though, so let me just use the 5 point. Click on 5 point star. If we left click and drag directly, we will be drawing an irregular star. That means a star that does not have sides that are equal. But if you're going to draw a regular star with equal sizes, so all we need to do is to hold down the shift, and when we hold Control with it, it means we're going to be drawing it from the center. So hold down Control and Shift, then left click on the canvas and drag. Okay, you can see. Then if you're okay with what you have drawn so far, let go of the left click first before the Control and the Shift. Okay, then we can also adjust the yellow dot slightly like this. Okay, great. You can decide to do cool stuffs like adding shape style to it if you want, like this. You can add shape outline. Okay, let's increase the outline width like this. Let's increase the let's add the shape outline. Sorry, we are going to add dark blue shape outline. Okay, so this is amazing. We've looked at the star, and let's look at the final shape we're going to draw. So we can also draw it from our shape format tab. So come to this place, then let's just select one of these block arrows. We're using the same idea of holding down Shift and the Control, or holding down only the Shift key. So let me draw this heart. Okay, select the heart, then I'm going to hold down the Shift and the Control, then left click on your canvas and drag. That means this time around we're drawing a heart that is of equal size. It means this heart is not of irregular size. Okay, let's go of the left click first before the Control and the Shift. Okay, great. Then left click and drag this down a little bit. Okay, this is amazing. So let's come to shape fill. Okay, first let's remove the shape outline first. No outline. Come to shape fill. So let's select this one, and then let's go back to shape fill. So I want to show you something cool here. So we have been adding a single color, except for some of them that we actually use the shape style here. For the ones we use shape style here, we have some that has gradient. Gradient means we are adding more than one color. So for this time, I want to add more than one color to this heart shape here. So go to shape fill, then come to gradient here. As you can see, when I hover my mouse on the gradient, I can have the light version, that means light variation of that color that I've chosen. I can have the dark variation of the color I've chosen. Okay, so any color I choose is the variation that will show up here. So let me click on this so you can see what is showing up right here. I can come back to shape fill right here, select another color. Okay, let me select this color, then go to shape fill, come to gradient. You can see the lighter version, the darker version. See that? That's amazing. Okay, so shape fill. Another thing I want to show you, for any shape you've drawn so far, you can add solid fill to it. Solid fill means single color, which is single color is this one that you just hover your mouse on it. These are single colors. Then gradient fill, that is adding 2 or more colors. That is the one you come to gradient here. Then we can also add texture. That means there are some pictures that comes with PowerPoint. We can add them into it. You can see as I hover my mouse on it, you can add it to any of the shapes. Okay, any of the shapes. Okay, another thing you can do, you can even use your own picture. So if you want to use your own picture, just come to this picture. So this picture fill, click on it. Then you need to go to from a file, you browse to your location. For some of you, you might see work offline. Okay, so just click on it. Okay, so it's going to open like a box like this where you select your image from. So you have to go to where you have image. Okay, so when you browse to where you have the image, all you need to do is to select the image that you want to use. So if you want to use this image now or this image, all you need to do, click on it one time and click on insert. Or another way to do it, you can even double click on the image directly and the image will show up. So let me just select the image and click on insert. You can see right now the image is inside of the shape. That's amazing. So you can do it to any shape. So let me select another shape like this one. So as it's selected, then all you need to do, come to shape fill, then come to picture, select the picture, come to from a file, or your own could be work offline, click on it, then select the shape, select the picture you want to use. So I want to use this picture right here. So this time around, I want to double click on the picture. Earlier we did left click on it one time and click on insert. This time around, I want to double click on it to actually add it to this shape right here. So see, 1, 2, you can see that's amazing, right? Okay, so after adding the image right like this, another thing you can also do is you can add shape outline to it. Maybe you want the shape outline to become bigger like this. Okay, let's use 6 points. Then another thing you can do, you can add dashes if you like, or you can use sketch. That is, if you like, just playing around. Okay, that is cool. You can also make it bigger. So if you're going to enlarge a regular shape, remember you are holding down your control and shift, and you're doing it from the corner. Left click on the corner and you drag. Okay, so you can see that. That's amazing. Okay, one last thing I want to show you, and this is going to be on the line. So let me delete this line first to show you this. Select the line, hover your mouse on it. When it's showing 4 arrow, left click on it and press backspace or delete key. Okay, so let me select the line. So this is a line here. Click on the line. Then when you move your mouse close to a shape, you're going to see it's showing like some pointer, like some white dots showing up right now. So those white dots simply means that if you just left click on those white dots, your line will snap to it, and then it means you're going to start drawing your line from there. Okay, so let me demonstrate that. So I want to draw the line from here. Just left click on it. Then if I want the line to be a vertical line, you hold down your shift and then left click and drag down. Okay, that's amazing. Let's go off the left click first before the shift. Okay, you can increase the shape outline weight. You can change the color. Okay, you can even add arrow to it. Okay, like this. You can see that. You can even move it around. See that. So there's sometimes you want to actually nudge this arrow. Maybe using your mouse, you might not be accurate enough to move the mouse. Maybe to like move it in snap. If you want to actually move it in that snapping order, like you want to move it step by step. You don't want to drag too much, because when you drag too much, just like this now, your mouse might be moving too much. So all you need to, let me on Ctrl Z first. If you want to do it, you can use your arrow key. You can use the left arrow, right arrow. So if you want it to move to the left, you use the left arrow. You just move it one time. You can see the movement one time. Again, again, again. It's going to move towards the left. If you want to move it to the right, 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 right. Okay. So let me purposely drag this down a little bit. Left click on it and drag down. Okay. So I want it to be closer to the rounded square. So if I want to do this using my arrow key, you press the up arrow key. Okay, you can see that I continually press it till it touched it. Okay, so that's it. So you can also resize it from here. If you want to resize it and you want the line to still retain to be a straight line, which is a vertical straight line, if you want it to still continue to be that, make sure you hold down the shift key, because if you don't hold down shift key, it will turn it to a line that is not vertically straight. Okay, hold down the shift key, okay, when you are resizing. Okay, so amazing. I believe you've had a great experience so far. So I'm going to see you in the next lesson. Thank you for having a nice time with us. Don't forget to like our video, give us your comments. If you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification button, so that anytime we upload a new video, you will get notified. This is Smart Learning Point. Thank you for visiting again. See you in the next lesson.